Hi Emma.
Hi, Sam.
So today we're jumping on to tell you all about the handover of Tax Tip Tuesday. So anyone that's been following me on social media for the last 52 weeks now will have seen that I have put a series on and posted on LinkedIn every day of the week for 52 weeks, which has been the bane of my life at times, but also been fantastic and brought me a lot of new work, new leads. I've got to know a lot of new people in the accountancy industry. And to be honest, it's been great fun. Not going to lie, got a bit tiring towards the back end of the year, but it has been fantastic. So today we're here to tell you that Emma is going to be taking over my series and the legacy that is Tax Tip Tuesday. So Emma, do you want to tell me a little bit about your career so far, how you've come into the world of accountancy and where you're working now?
Yeah, of course. So I will start from right at the beginning. So I used to work in a call center originally, and I worked there for probably about 6 months, and I just decided, oh, this is really not for me. Like, I need a career. I took quite an interest in because it was for a housing association, so I took quite an interest in the rent side of getting those calls in. So I knew I sort of like the numbers and the money side of it. So I just thought, you know what, I need a career that I can really focus this on. And I really thought it was out of reach for me, to be honest, because the most people that I had come across had done their A levels, gone to uni, done accountancy, got placements and gone through. So I really thought, it's just out of reach. I can't do it. But one of my friends had done it through AAT after being a beautician. So it really sort of opened it up to, the opportunity that I could do it. So I went for level 2 through AAT. I was doing that through lockdown, but I did it all off my own back whilst I was still working in the call center. And then I decided I'd start trying to apply for positions in accountancy firms, sort of anything really to do with accountancy.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't getting any emails back. I wasn't getting any calls. And I was just applying and applying and applying for such entry level positions. I was being honest, I'd had no experience. I was finding it really hard, to be honest, and I was really struggling with it. But I actually reached out to Jerry from Smooth Accounting.
Yeah.
I just because I followed her on Instagram, I believe, and I just thought, oh, she's got her own firm. I'll just quickly message her and I'll just say, I'm really struggling. What can you give me some advice and help me to just improve my CV, even just like any tip, even if it was just a one sentence thing. So she actually set up a Zoom call and we went through everything, and she was really helpful. She put a post on her LinkedIn about me and what I was doing and what my position was at that time. And that probably 2 hours later, I was contacted by HL&W for an interview. Had the interview that evening, and then they offered me a position. So it
Amazing.
was, like a whirlwind, but that's a whistle stop tour of my journey.
That's how you came to be where you are now. No, I think that's fantastic, and it proves that not only that we have created a community within accountancy, but it also proves that that social media reach is something that is just invaluable. Like it's unbelievable, isn't it? How a simple post like that can fix everything that you've been trying so hard to do. So no, that's absolutely brilliant. So obviously you're happy in your role now and really enjoying it. And I heard that you also won an award for Apprentice of the Year, which was sponsored by Sage. So can you just tell me a little bit about that? How did that come about?
Yeah, I mean, we were told by our account manager to just a little comment to sit in on the video, and I thought, oh, maybe I've been nominated, I've been nominated for something, and I didn't expect to win it at all on any level, given I'd only worked since March
Mhm.
at HLNW. I literally had no idea. So yeah, we sat down, and then I found out that I had got Apprentice of the Year with George Moss from 𝐓𝐇𝐄 𝐇𝐀𝐍𝐃𝐈𝐄𝐒. So
Yeah, and George is a good friend of mine. It was, absolutely amazing achievement, especially so early on in your career, but well deserved from what I know of you so far. Absolutely well deserved. So yeah, a huge well done for that. So for anyone that's watching this video, can you tell everyone why you decided to approach a slightly drunk me at a Sage event and ask me about what I was doing on social media and how I'd done it?
So I'd already followed you on LinkedIn, actually, for probably a couple of months or so. I've just been trying to build my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And I've been really just up against a brick wall with it. I just can't seem to like move any further forward. I was really scared of posting, and I just couldn't do it. And then I had a mentoring session as part of my Sage Apprentice of the Year award with Chris Downey, who mentioned you and said, you know, I work with Sam and she started this series, and I was like, oh, I already know, like I already follow. And he said, yeah, just reach out to her. And I didn't at first. I was a bit, he said, I'll do a post. And I thought, yeah, I'll do it. And then I didn't, and I felt awful. And then I didn't reach out to you at first. And then I got invited to the Sage launch event. And I thought, oh, it's amazing. This is a really good opportunity. I can meet George, I can speak to Sam. And yeah, I just thought, you know what, I was really nervous when I got there, and I just thought I'm going to go for it, because I can't just sit in the corner. And I wanted to just I really only wanted to get some little tips on how you did it. Yeah, that's how I came over.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant. It really proved a lot to me that, you know, that you had the confidence to do that. I remember kind of the first steps of the career, and I think for me, I see a lot of myself in you. The fact that you didn't do A levels, and straight away you saw that as maybe a potential blocker in your career, where actually it isn't at all. Obviously I studied with AAT as well, and you know, it's just, you can come from any background and any kind of academically, you can come from anywhere, and you can make it in this career path if you've got the passion and drive to do it, which you absolutely have, because I can spot that a mile off. And that's why after a few more glasses of Prosecco, I thought, I'll offer a Tax Tip Tuesday. Amazing, what a good idea. We'll make it a legacy, which is perhaps taking it a little bit too far, calling it a legacy, but I'm going to stick with that. So my aim in handing it over to you is, for one, handing to the next generation in terms of you're at the beginning of your career. I'm obviously now running my own practice, and it's about handing it to kind of that next generation, giving something back to the community of accountants, because I think if anything, this chat proves that as an industry, we do now have a real community, whereas certainly kind of 13, 14 years ago, when I was at the position you're at now, it was a very competitive area of business, and accountants didn't really talk to other accountants, never mind go to events and approach them for help. Or when you were giving the example of how you actually got your job, you know, contacting somebody, I mean, the social media reach wasn't there, it wasn't an option, but it certainly wasn't a forgiving industry where we'd all speak to each other. And I think the beauty of it now is that we're not in competition. You know, my firm and the firm that you're working for, we're not in direct competition. We can help each other out, rather than thinking, oh, another accountant, you know, you don't want to be speaking to them. And I think it's really changed. So for me, it's all about giving something back. So tell me, how do you feel about taking over Tax Tip Tuesday? Are you looking forward to it? Are you a bit nervous, or how you feel?
I think I'm nervous and I'm excited as well. I've got some great ideas. I'm gonna, you know, try and live up to what you've done. Might be a bit more on the basic side, seeing as I'm where I am with my like learning and studying, but I'm going to try and, you know, keep it going, give some great tips. But yeah,
you're going to absolutely smash it. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind. And honestly, I think if anything, I mean, no doubt you've looked at some of the statistics on my videos. I think certainly the ones that were, you've put it as the more basic, but at the end of the day, that's the tax tips that will affect and impact the average business owner, you know, from the small SME right through. You know, when you talk about things like personal allowance, it impacts everybody in the country, you know. So it may seem basic level in that realm, but at the same time, that stuff is something that everybody needs to consider. So totally roll with that and just see how you go with it and what kind of reach you get. But I know that you're going to do so well from it. It's worked for me from a marketing perspective. As I say, it's got my name out there and people now recognize me and my brand. So I know it's going to do the same for you and the firm that you're working for. So I guess we should close off with me wishing you all the best of luck with it and enjoy, and please hand it over to somebody else in 2023.
Yeah, thank you. No, I will do, definitely. I'm really excited, and you'll be seeing more of me, definitely.
Brilliant. I can't wait to see it, honestly. Absolute pleasure to hand it over to you, Emma, and all the best in your career. You know where I am if you need anything.
Thanks, Sam.